ourselves and vote for Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia is the future of Ghana. So we are going to vote massively for Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia. May God bless you all. I love you.
Montumano, MPP me. Montumano, Kukurudumba. Montumano, NPP mba. Chama wuntu mireko. Ono ani epe. Ose. Eye chama wuntu me. Ejumanye, sikanye, kosonye, ejumanye, sikanye, ejumanye, mpuntuo. MPP national chama, wutume, chama wutume oh. MPP national chama, wutume. Oh no be, I'm for the training to a soti. Oh no be. Ejumanye, sikanye, nkosonye, mpuntuo. Oh no be. MPP national chama, montuma wutume, no betumia. Chama wutume, don't MPP pa, we die. Wutume, don't MPP pa. Our door, ma MPP NPP national chama. Benadentri boys yako. Nyamensa womo. Chama untume. Nioni mutu ni edinjira chune no anunti mutu machama untume. No beye. Chama odoma MPP paye. Mutu abane mano no beye. Ayebida no eliye ni emane ntuwa suoti. Yetu ane suna wanye. Yetu ya bano mano, no. Montumano, MPP me. Montumano, Kukurudumba. Montumano, NPP mba. Chama wuntumireko. Ono ani epe. Ose. Eye chama wutume. Ejumanye, sikanye, kosonye, ejumanye, sikanye, mpuntuo. MPP national chama, wutume, chama wutume oh. NPP national chama, wutume. Oh no be, I'm for the journey to a soti. Oh no be. Ejumanye, sikanye, nkosonye, mpuntuo. Oh no be. MPP national chama, montuma wutume, no betumia. Chama wutume, don't MPP pa, we die. Wutume, don't MPP pa. Our door, ma MPP NPP national chama. Benadentri boys yako. Nyamensa womo. Chama untume. Nioni mutu ni edinjira chune no anunti mutu machama untume. No beye. Chama odoma MPP paye. Mutu abane mano. No beye. Ayebida no eliye ni emane ntuwa suoti. Yetu ane suna wanye. Yetu ya bano mano. No.
Mama Yan speaking one voice. Let's direct ourselves and vote for Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia. Is the future of Ghana. So we are going to vote massively for Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia. May God bless you all. I love you.
Montumano, MPP me. Montumano, Bukrudumba. Montumano, NPP ma. Chama wuntu mireko. Ono ani epe. Ose. Hey, chama wuntu me. Ejumanye, sikanye, kosonye, ejumanye, sikanye, mputonye. MPP national chama, wutume, chama wutume oh. MPP national chama, wutume. Oh no be, I'm for the journey to Asoti. Oh no be. Ejumanye, sikanye, nkosonye, mputonye. Oh no man. MPP national chama, montuma wutume, no betumia. Chama wutume, don't MPP pa, we die. Wutume, don't MPP pa. Our door, ma MPP NPP national chama. Benadentri boys yako Nyamesa womo Chama untume Nyoni mutu ni njira tune no anu nti mutu ma chama untume no beye Chama wodo ma MPP paye Wotu abane mano no beye Aye bidano eliye ni emane ntu asuoti Yetu ane suna wanye Yetu abano mano no Montumano, MPP me. Montumano, Bukrudumba. Montumano, NPP ma. Chama wuntumireko. Ono ani epe. Ose. Hey, chama wuntume.
Na yamu akwa be jiripa se wo honamu eyeboko. Ewensu wakese na domo na doye ni mobro hunu nti yayempo de ankianse mfata nanso no enei adumbia so minumi so ama enne se yebo Accra atiasefo dia yebebo odi aka ho na de ni Takoradi ne se yebebo odi ama watese yabo odi na watimi ageso a ene na eye adom experience ne de abra nyina na metai ka se ene anamontu a wuturu experience no kuma bi ana ade abata ho a etimi apagyawo edo ababeduru sa empempensuei ewian so yesinkonwa yetenase Oman Ghana Mpuntuo ho enkomo Oman Ghana mamuo ho enkomo Oman Ghana nkankro ho enkomo entine na awiei yesinkonwa ye ba be pagya sa enkomo ni nyina no na ye de gu apaso ni atese ne se besepa ne konyina haban na ewiai yetenase yi production team ani omo ye adwuma ofidie mu asei Michael Yaro ewo MCR Samuel Dingo Black Foreigner Mana Prek technician on duty me din Osikani Frimpong Manso awian so yada ase esansa kasafidie ne doso nanso no wohwehwemu a atimi ade ato a na o join the biggest conversation nationwide ene na esesa yetimi ebo abaso na yepem ede koyanimo bepa chaw enkomo ne koso no WhatsApp and a text no fabra fafa 0248 071174 eso 0248 071174 eso fabra fensro kaina channel so say and here we are live on all our social media platforms and you know on Facebook you know Western Diamond Television live on Facebook and you know kwa na wa like him page you know we are na o comment aka ho we are na ene wa share link you know and so the abaye on YouTube so no yeah live yeah Western Diamond TV live on YouTube. Subscribe to your channel no we are now wetimi or comment account na fe what share link no and so etimi e dia amay medin e dey Osikani Frimpong Manso ya tena sie Oman Ghana enkomo e ofie ha se na ye bekwa Gentleman Dental Clinic aba na in the next 10 minutes no yakodi nkomo ye fi oba abusua ensam egua paso ensam egua paso pa ye benya adaje na ye biebie ni nyina mu na enano your findings no dey bekwa akopiem e the 5 northern regions talking of a year northern region proper na yahwe savannah na yahwe ayen of east na yahwe upper east and upper west regions na yahwe the last elections no results are every hobaye in favor of the NDC ayade waya and we didn't hear where here say ye pega san common any over the weekends no Joy News at the a hotline documentary by ya opium on northern part of Ghana abusia amobo papa enipa ne sabia buru amwa na num nsuo ba kumu ene ye bisa se adan no da ba ye kwoto ye no adesia the 5 northern regions no party ben pa no amoto abade ma no ana party ben mu MPs ana wo mutimi nya akwanya akomra se bedwafie na it will shock you pass and mayor can say the ruling government our authority in the northern part of Ghana now so no a bano infrastructure pa abusia abom se na adwonso ebo akoko 15 months munia wo moto aba edema eye NDC and have NDC MPs no we've seen nothing but impoverishment. Baba ya be pega san komo no ya kwa Gentleman Dental Clinic aba say eney a problem with your teeth and na watimi abobode now they akwa dan wo mo na wo mahwe wo sene kama de amount say ya kaka tese bi fa esen ho no fa koma Gentleman Dental Clinic dog area ma ha
ya minu amejoso
na wo hunamu boko de
nyankopado hunamu boko pa Jesus so ho ye pa
Yesu adom yanso ye ho ye pa na wo de wo sin ene wo how ba Gentleman de no de bi kan adanse bi wo ho a wo de ba na a person one ye che na fe ntinsi nkomo no
all right de kan mamefa akonya we enchia Ghana fo nyina obi bia o hwe Western Diamond TV any 118 or radio no so any other social media handles ni de ye kan say Gentleman Dental Clinic wo ho say ye beboa na wo se no afa ne ntoma pa efra na adanse ye any course a e ba ne kire sampa Ghana fo agi adwumadie na ye di no atom aso amanfo ani sanse ye wo ho say ye fa eseno mako ye be ye eseno ho adwuma na afi obi bia owo esen problem no na wetumi afa ne ntoma pa efra efa oral education so a ye no ama fo bebre ani aba omo so hu hia esese ehia so omo ko dentist ana so omo ko dental clinic na omo ko ye examination at least omo hwe omo sini ye sere be ya 80 years 90 years na eseno egunenum kama it course de biada enkofo efre ebo Gentleman Dental Clinic ye juma abaso na on say March month ya yomi World Oral Health Month.
That's right.
Nti WHO ni nkrabata ehwe esen apomuden so no ye boso na bisi ho ana say 20th March day potia ye dey celebrate World Oral Health Day. Nesanti March month na manta dentist and I said dental clinic who here ye pa nesanti as part of our corporate social responsibility, that is giving back to society. And then CEO of Gentleman group of companies, Gentleman Mineral Water, any Gentleman Dental Clinic, Mr. Frimpong, say yemfa saa 28 ni 29 Friday ya edi animu any Saturday yemfa nye free dental screening emfa Takoradi man nyina ne ne environment obi bia obenya akonya bia no bomodian say Friday we free screening no ekoso ele say enipa bia wo ho a ese say utumi ho oral status ehwe de ekoso wonum ho nipa bebrage atum say onyini no ebia after 40 after 50 years na ese no na ebia aye mobile ese na start say 82 ofo say bia sanete enye no creda don't accept it bad practices be ana ignore nyema bi wa yenim ana akoso yenum ho ama ese no start say 82 ana afei obi etipen obi enya tit sensitivity there sharp shock pain no na ne se no FMFM no odi abrobe odi anka obi bleeding gums obi onim de ntia ema sa pain ni nyina no ekoso nenum ne sa ne nti ne ho behia say enipa bia want me kura ne each year every year bia no esese utumi ko hu dentist 2 times
okay
because one ye ka say o brush no pa or say enumera o koda no obobo mode aso say obe brush
that's right
it o brush it twice in a day but obi ho no man na dwen ne say o brush with aggression say ye ka say obi o brush with ahodemu denden no eno na che say ebi a o practice good oral and say nanum na pomudi no odi ni there be na afeso so no obi ho no ma over brushing or brush it too much time you say stay within 2 maximum 3 minutes
okay
now what brush every o tank no so NSS u focus eto boss make sure say bristles ni betumi awura o silentemo eyi efin bia ehihye mu bia no enenti judgment dental clinic ye oral education e bia mo obi bi obenya kwan Friday and Saturday aba clinic say bra na betie bi bra na be hu oral status na hu kwan a esese o de o twen e be fa so ben yusu hard bristol toothbrush so obu onuma o yusu toothbrush anu odin okọ shop na ye man no toothbrush o say we dia anu emre na anu no den no na mawo enamel no the outer cover because nipaduam no enamel no ni the hardest human body part e say eseno layers miensa into the outer cover now me no kasa wo fita no eno na efe no enamel there's another sensitive layer to say dentin eno no wo enamel na chi and the central portion of the tooth pop na ekuta eseno consists of blood tissue and nerves and the next circumstance any kwan say bibia eto dentin no na mpompo say abeto pop no enti say oma o enamel no light I say u weaken here probability so benya teeth sensitivity that sharp shock pain no very high can obi no ma genetical issue ebon say ebi ani maami ana ne papa side no file ne enamel no enye thick light it is a wonim now you be a sign use hard bristol toothbrush ebema enamel no ehintem and after say o brush it too much time ebema enamel no ehintem ebasa no a na ama eseno na start say ehi eno ni ade ye bibi te say gastroesophageal reflux disease obo no ho na o kelsu na gas bi boba no so sa gas na e yem no very corrosive gastrogen and I say hydrochloric acid na yem no so we nam na wentimi anwe nam no na enam no ekọ yem a eno na enane no it is a digestion started from yenum na yeseno etimi a breaking it down na etimi ama digest na body no so nutrients ehia no enti sa stomach acid no say consistently say eboba tin efe no reflux means say eboba back through your esophagus and our pipe no e dia ba wonum ti ene usini nya contact ene so etumi ma usino enya tooth erosion na esena start say ehi enam nyima ye nimunti sa nyima ni nyina ya dwene enkoso ebu onoma carbonate soda drink ya yenum yi eno so etimi strip of minerals na ewo yesinimu no na demineralize eseno etimi krama ye signals ebu onoma science ni bi ti say this chalky white be na esisi enipa ne so eseno so na chese ekira wo se eseno na hoode no de afrim be start awiwi enom ne ade sanyema ni nyina ye niema say yete oral issues na te yete dentistry na say ye hu kwan say ade esene fa so a ebi betumi aboy pa ye ka say debia bomode say want me crowd obe flossing once in a day flossing ne chere say wodi de awie no na uyi usim na food particles na akohyehe usim no na entimi embreed bacteria no a moment to me attack we no more ebasa no a na chese wo practice oral hygiene no in fact eno na onemu no na eno etumi eboa afeso so wo didi wi abomode say ensu kakra na udi samfu wanum udi rinsi wanum udi sometimes ubet my self test e ofie u rinsi wanum a pigu bom na hwade ubo se food particles ni nyina eti obo onuma odidi wie ya na wasori ko self food particles ni nyina tena wo sene ntem a ma bacteria no start say omo fight afa debris no start say e developing to tata e developing to plaques eno ni ade na ma bleeding gums na mo jafri yesene mo ba na yenya periodontitis na eseno gums na start say e piepia kwso no ni ade ni nyina ye niema Friday and Saturday Judgment Dental Clinic Banchase ta disco down into the odi wani kire pipe ano uwura mu kosi Banchase ta disco down former GN Bank baby akanana na pakosi ni ndium ne bank no na ewo no eho na Judgment Dental Clinic Takoradi branch ye free screen no Friday any Saturday inti anopa 8 o'clock na ya shedwumadi na se ya ho sa kopom anwumre 6 o'clock na di day 1 abawiye na ya start day 2 no last day no Saturday na ye dia kowie anwumre 6 o'clock iti sa kwanya we mu nyina ye niema brane betie bi brane be ye clinical examination na ehu de ekoso ewo no mo from 055 913 82 055 913 9582 and 0549 906 588 0549 906 588 obi bia Friday and Saturday open chemu bia for numbers no
that's right
yeda masepa
so yeda say doc nyame admot na besamba bia na
yes
very well nti watch na ba na ato aso na sahwe eniema hodo a uza obi wo ho a wode de awi a anopo betwiri ne sen enumre okoda yeso onusure ne sen wonte ase se adenti ne se otwiri ne sen ansa na wada nti nyame admot na ba you be focus on eno no
breaking it down
good na ya kire mu yie de ama eya amanfo no right free screen no mbeba
all right
one beba pa one beba why one beba Friday and Saturday one beba why all right doc here that's a pa and you know wadaroma a same problem bia no fakoda Gentleman Dental Clinic no krabata dos bebrebe and krabata dos bebrebe bawa second Takoradi uduru pipe aro traffic light na se ade ko anim ten aso ko banchi ase uduru eye tadisco down ho no a abusua edan na GN Bank wo mu no sa dan kro no amu na Gentleman Dental Clinic nkrabata water Takoradi na so ebutuo uduru a ere doctor for ebe hwe na wo haw bia abewie e wo sene so no won atimi ahwe na wo bayi ni nyina no nso atimi e de afri ho exactly 22 minutes gone past the hour 4 baba cha utie bibi wo ha mamen yato aba ewie ye abosome baako edinum 15 months munie 15 months ne ye de baba ewie ye na wotwe mu ye de March bosun baba ewie ye enti ye bi se ye ho se Ghana ni a ukoto santere ato abade ma NDC amanyokuo no 15 months ni e ade ansunsanso papa na abano a woto ye no ade abre wasetena no wabrabo ye pega san komano na ye pega de akopie the 5 northern regions abuja the 5 northern regions 15 months ni e wamu to aba massively adema oya John Mahama ne NDC mraselo gafo no eda wama sam no mobo wama sam no ye mobo papa na ansa na ye be pagya nkomo no mu no yaro wadaruma fa videos ni bi egu mame na ye nhwe abusia abanya waba anka at least vote a wode ba eye abanya ne so ndodo ano efri eye the 5 northern regions no nanka the welfare of the people in the northern region will be your priority. That's what antisa 2024 elections it seems that NDC amanyokuo no John Mahama we need all the 5 northern regions and tinka wamo I saw monyamo saa no a wabenya tumi no anka dia na sesa wo ye you need to reciprocate and wo bomaden ade Mpuntuo a sesa wo de ko nyina no na watimi ade akọ na so nei emobo opie no northern region abusia sabia buru sabia kuronto enipa wo ho adesia wo northern region ane sabe emwa na enum nsuo mu abusia wo kan foni na da wono a where Ghana has say northern part to be specific Tamale North constituency Al-Hassan Saibu Suhini constituency no yeah? Just look at this 21st century I say abambia bar what inflation rate about single digit abambia bar what the bomadiama and nay sidino enya huade against the dollar abambia bar and yet what the niama gua pono so ama manfo abra bono masetire ma ye de no just look at this wey aban one backyard president one backyard it is ye catch now say abaya to Ghana ha won sunsuansuo mienu a papa ne bone a abusia ayese se ogetumu prekope enti northern part of Ghana this is the current situation a ewo ho sabe enantwie ene nipa ewo ho ana enum nsuo mu abusia ebasa ne ebu nkompa ahwe chi se sabaya to Ghana ha won sunsuansuo mienu a na ahwe ene adesia na ewo ho no political party by and last election one to abano de man pa na ahwe the number of MPs one de man political party krono na the now statistics no a mobo papa the now statistics no a mobo say the northern part of Ghana adisia wa Ghana fo ho aje owura John Mahama ne NDC amanyokuo atu mu prakope na womo to abade ma womo na meya ye ka say the story still remains same, no improvement, no developmental infrastructure, 15 months in government, anka regions are one to abama wo pa de anka udwom be wo priority regions are Mpuntuo esesa de ma wo mo no esesa de ma mo na so no that is not the case. Etrefie na biaru won be kosoro ho wama koye propaganda ko propagate sa muntu abama ya ba ya risise papa ba ama masetena mu akoyie bi ama wo that's what munya tumi no a they do otherwise. And we must say the northern people and our northern brothers said the aburu one benya kwanya one baba som our aban mu anka as we tim do am dibia no influence development our one bed no free na wo kro mu no enei antisa womunya tumi no for their selfish interests. It has an MP what in crime and I said aburu brofa kese na woka what in crime kasa kese na wodamu what in crime efia kese na wotimu what in crime e ma kese na wo wo woko kromu a the situation over there aya to say abusia aya to say entenei abaya aba yeso ya ban papa wade ho to aba no amanfu eto aba do no ade ma wo our 5 northern regions no and this is their story very pathetic, very pathetic. And all the northern regional members of parliament, especially Dudwanwane NDC Fuono, you should bow down your heads in shame. Some about 4 and 21st century ensu a yesa akono no sabia buru emua ebe jom na egubu tietie mu numu na what was we MP what was a defending some hunu ati bibi kan kire say Accra na wotini nya okuro no bibi kire say Frimpong ni bifa ko na ma manfo enya nsuo no mo wo nya kwan papa enante so wo nya adwuma ne binye. And this is a failure, a bad development. I say the northern part of Ghana. Abusia? Free running is abraso. Anybody tell us abraso. Anybody John Mahama 1. And let John Mahama 2 move away. They cannot point a finger, sir. Yabatina Konyana so for 28 years in here. When Mpuntuo yatimi ya koma adehia wo mantimi do mantemu bibi say ni ho ne omode ba ye nyina no aye a vehicle to create loot and share the drum the sada bae sada ho asamo ye nyina wo Ghana ha ye TV yase ye kodua nnua awa the Savannah enclave e ko rie chirero yase wo pesi ama kwabrane wo man sika ya tabiri mane do shani botomu. And so why is he confirm? And I can confirm. My Ghana boka tabisi kade man perifuano e ko wiechero yasin confirm na to ko Burkina Faso. Can you imagine sam perifu and na wom wa ba mu wom na ho edidida at the expense of the impoverished Ghanaian at the northern part of Ghana. Abusia 2024 elections, the 5 northern regions at Tuabapadma NDC, both presidential and parliamentary. Yarwadaruma, Yansha here with the election results, Nyanku anymore. And to project by region. And to project presidential area, no project parliamentary, Nyanku anymore. Yansha here Nyanko, 5 northern regions. Results are on Sakaya in the last election. And this is now so we need power. But you Mahonya. And to the Aya Kanyana say, some month for the now Mujidia to Abama now by a penny over MPA. Abusia, as I say, 1 more Mujidia to Abama, Wabenya to me, as I say, Obama Ding. But your mommy presidential first. Northern region presidential, we are not the parliamentary at the count. The last election, 2024, but I said, and the results are, and yet, NBC MPP Nyaye, and the Northern region and Kasano, presidential election results 2024, NBC John Dramani Mahama, and 529,060 votes, representing 59.48%. But Tabaniana 358,535 votes, representing 40.31%. Northern region, Nipa 529,000 and a 2 Abadema John Dramani Mahama. Yanko Parliament. About your Northern regional presidential, no parliamentary, Wadaroma. Mahonya.
To be 101.3.
The presidential, John Mahama, Enya 529,060 votes. Northern region, Yaka conference, in our Bomua, the vote I will nya, I don't know. Yanko parliamentary, Nyanke. Na, what's na be a trial, say, oh, to a bar. Tuma will be a. Obetimi ababa buawa besesa eye otebia de amawa ya wankonko dia temo se ere ye kasa dodo abusia. That is a reality. Parliamentary Northern region NDC we need 12 seats. Northern region MPP enya 5 seats. Independent candidate or enya 1. Enti Northern region no a consists of a 18 parliamentary seats, and this is 12. And this is MPs 12. Now I'm to a banner over 1 million. And my presidential candidate, no one. Now when you to me 15 months, I best na sabia buru enipa wa da so ne emmoa na no nsu a abusuya obasi yakia no tum enya yiye
to be 101.
we will speak truth to power because yeah question na ne nyan etino northern region NDC crack 12 seats yanko next region wadaroma it's if north na yakwa region by North East region presidential Takoradi Mahmoud Bawumia enya 134,792 representing 54.27%. Raja Mahama enya 110,995 representing 44.69%. Adegudinti hano MPP Ewini region enye Takoradi Mahmoud Bawumia ekuromu of North East region. Wale to be specific. And they will buy into the idea and the vision. I don't care about vote difference in Takoradi. Takoradi Mahmoud Bawumia 134,792 no. Jamhama enya 110,995. Abushia ye eboho enono yanko North East wa parliamentary election results ni anhwe good and the North East region no consists of 6 parliamentary seats. NPP enya 3 out of the 6. NDC is one 3 and you know wamu chemu pepepe and Takoradi Mahmoud Bawumia win presidential no parliamentary there seats no wamu pai mu mienu NDC nya 3 MPP enya 3 and ne ya kasai North East region ekura 3 NDC MPs na John Mahama aye president bibia nsi wo kwan se mobatena waka ma amanfu ato abama mo adaso anom ensu a sabia buru wo MP no ye sama wa wonom wo MP no prema obusuafo no sansuo no yefi no face region yanko another region wadaroma Savannah region
to be 101.3
2024 election Savannah region Oya John Mahama enya 147,612 votes representing 67.76%. But Bawumia 66,577 representing 30.56%. If you can gap noa wamo ewo NDC ni John Mahama mujidie pa se wabe president wabe pre Mpuntuo de abrɛ esan se wano no ninchi every northern part of Ghana ho Savannah parliamentary Savannah medase Savannah region MPP enya a single seat in the region seats are 7 MPP nya 1 NDC enya a chunk amount of the seats 6 parliamentary seats and you know I don't see the reason why in Tia 15 months after election NDC MPs are a Savannah region plus President John Dramani Mahama wamu ntimi nka mu ntuma nsiani na wamu MP ensuo potable water emfa ma de hia wa Savannah region
to be 101.3
it's a shame so if you Savannah na fa no call the next region good
to be
upper west region but you shall see from a presidential
to be 101.3
the upper west region no presidential election results 2024 but that's it President John Mahama enya 242,853 which represents 71.92%. Very huge margin. Dr. Bawumia enya 89,908 representing 26.63%. And you know, just look at the number of voters. John Mahama any NDC etimi enyaye our the upper west region. The last election was a make 242,853 as against GMB DNA 89,908 no famoko parliamentary parliamentary no the whole upper west region MPP enya bakumpo etene ya ka say upper west region ay green 11 NDC MPs and a upper west region MPP ni MP ho MPP ni seat ba kokura ho 11 seats ni nyina no NDC fuwa na enyaye na ya tu aba ante said ya mamo over 200,000 votes ya mamo 11 MPs seats ni nyina ya mamo then 15 months after the election a man for upper west region ehunu Mpuntuo ba kupempa wesi yanki anu tumi enya din enya yie fa no kwa ye upper east nyanwe ho
want to me 101.3 Nyamensawo
upper east presidential
Want to be 101.3.
okay upper east region Oya John Mahama enya 361,532 representing 75.80% NPP DMB enya 106,701 representing 22.37%. And to just look at this, calculate the number of people are one to abadema Oya John Mahama ni NDC. Sandi pan one to abadema Oya John Mahama ni NDC no. At least you can na bomwa. Accra no when 1 million vote from the 5 northern regions. Now MPs of the Amamo overwhelmingly. Then 15 months after a year election. A month for what? The northern region. And you sure no more. And sure no and hygienic. And sure no sabia bru and one so no sound so no movie. Now see enter on your dean. Aban papa banti enya din ya friends and share them refer mu ana yenya din you speak truth to power abusia adia ba ko atwa me nsuru mu kura wo enkomo aye pagya ehunie adano na etia na yesi Oman Mpuntuo bema anya sika koto a $70 million private jet na Mpuntuo tu kwaya no hiratina mu no okọ yanyina yanim se ade no enye Ibrahim Mahamadea Oya John Mahama no adea en wode ne nua no enima ba besie no mu se wano na ato sa plane no enti $70 million Bombardier Global 6500 private jet ana abusuya ba akọ atimi ato na sa abusuya kwonu anso no wamohuna no wamu dayachi amanfuo ne sabia buru emwa na enu nsuo mu abusuya yanko kamiantia oya businessman enti nini aba ba mu bia na ne business koso eba ne nyesika top private jet 2024 tobi and then say $25 million and at 2024 what me at $70 million meanwhile we come for this year northern region one more to about one the ma and this year overwhelming majority of parliament no and south one no and then show no more as you say young president near Abaso said when you $70 million I got a private jet now come for ye money me so and I got say we are we are businessman we are why man abushia yan kase mo bia nya business wa Ghana and yan kase mo bia business enko so nanso no eduru ba bia ye de hianse ye de fata aye bia de onko a onua ba ba mo na anya sika top private jet ana meanwhile one more pay to me the mamu egu hwa enso kura no yenya bi ne yanom Answer yes, Antonomo, Naya Mansamo, and Ibrahim Mahama, and in the Abema John Dramani Mahama. Again, Tia, Wama to private jet. And the old one in my Ghana for. Can you imagine this? Abusia? And the disappointment, the northern people, the northern brothers, and disappointing one mouth for no. Too much. Northern region, the 5 northern regions. Abusia? Look at the number of MPs are. And this year was our regions in Mumu and the NDC. And so now, we must sit in a mob. And now, I will hear one Timu and and now, the one northern part of Ghana and now sure potable drinking water and no more. What was your Manso and my Ibrahim Mahama? As I say, when this car got top private jet. Is a little bit, no. Jadi ada kau. Opa ya car catch us where businessman dada na ya ho ya. Obi awanya $70 million. Abai nya sika entu boho emma adisia wa regency mu a wa mo num ensu a enya papa. Look at this one. Yay. As yet home, as if everything is normal.
Want to be 101.3.
As if everything is normal. And no cassette buy no to swat that Benrano will be a day as in the air con who yet.
Want to be 101.3.
As in the air con who yet. This is the sad state of the people in the 5 northern regions. It's a crisis. It's a crisis.
Want to be 101.3.
Last as we hear Saibu MP for Tamale North or Deputy Minister for their lands and Deputy Minister for
transport to works and housing.
Works and housing. Okay. And who no. So Tamale North one more any Sabia one enemy show back as a deputy minister for works and housing. What are you supposed to do? Quickly, you mobilize. Now I shall see boroughs in Kitwebi near to the my communities are who do it. And so what you are 15 months in here, you've been MP for I think 3 times or said yeah. But to the man for no portable water no. And I to because NBC for no more free cerebral banner there. Sabia blue woman kwam who woman jenny. One more bushia. And I may be sad than what I say. And can I say? And as I say, Busuini. Ebusia for so and no sounds so phobia. Correct Omanum. Company.
Want to be 101.3.
And woman in a month for who? 2 million panel, 1 more person to me to benefit themselves and our family and one another. The US dollar call for more. The US inflation about single digit. The US a month some Ibrahim Mahama again tia when you $70 million aqua koto every saying. Meanwhile, Ukomu for crown and papa no. Nyanya kumwa woman Ghana baby e gina na hwa na ebe gina kosi danya me beba. Therefore fa we see ase. Na me admo china e ba ne aba beto aso. Wo hwe obra no a it's exactly 48 minutes gone past 4. Na the digital secretary about cancer. Me na me ru ahopa me hwe videos no a na me hwe the number of voter wo munya ye pa in the 5 northern regions ni MPs e de ma wo mo a. Nene amanfo ni nyansuo no mu a wo bianka ahwemfa ho ye ade o mo so de o mo kuro mu o mo nko ana o ma kankran ho omunya pade nyina won kran ho etino so obewu so obe de nyo emfo bia ho 4 years ni beduru a wambaba samonto abamma mo na mo nso sabe aburu makoto abamma mo ene nyina ya timu a enne ensu a wamo sanmo no bi na emua no omunya no enu mu wamo dwamu na egumu wosi we ya amamuo papa egina wa ha egita wi ma ha
yemia Osikani
ba cho apombo ko de
yemia adumu ye papa
yesu adome ho ye ba me we na aho me we na aho
enso nyame ye
Osikani pa
ebe
raho pa
enso nyame
raho eba me bisa se nkrofo yi wo mo kofia ene ye serve ogunsuo no yakosa sa nsuo ya amanfo no enum ni bi di abro mu a komba dum ana
Osika nyumbi no menchia wo ahwefo na wotima ni wo yeduma na memfa nchia sonko memfa ma the leader and the flag bearer of the new patriotic party, His Excellency the former Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. You can say I'm now 28th of March here with me about London School of Economics. I'll come and lecture he'll be the keynote speaker on lectures artificial intelligence. The Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia international community, or respecting on the artificial intelligence, the digital infrastructure across the globe. Oman would deliver to 8 people, or Kwakasa order for by the Yankupon, or Bashano protecting on an area no work Ghana as some dream. Makandamusa, Limited shares from Kumudema MPP leadership, our war in Accra. We are led by the acting chairman, Chairman Buti, and the general secretary. My boss, JFK. Now, I'm chair regional executives, OKT, and the team, the regional chairman. Now, I'm chair constituency executives, especially Takoradi constituency. Some of the lecturers, especially New Takoradi, upper and lower, because our fishing community most of the time no do Tuesdays polling station meetings and registration apart in with them 2 electoral areas and Jessica no colony asama adapt to go often sika or money yellow shrey one my hocho so oba manu na share the northern enclave, which has always been the most poorest in the country. Some of the MPs they were to many both on radio and TV and in parliament. Never call constituencies in the northern region. More in one in na insha nipa also odako yeziban anawo banum na woni nentwi lepro ho make the NPP what the Jumedini bear within one village one dam purposely for them the northern enclave so that irrigation of their farms can go on 24/7 all year round. In politics for the year on the second term you have to put hold on that and then you see some why a problem you see somebody because of the how the weather is very warm over there na Abba Kufaro the first time where some of the dams villages no boy one farming one consumption of water so improve it. Second time what turn into unnecessary politics. Water is life. Even though Ghana water were billion, I mean me feed the only price. In Sudan Frama only price. In Libya neighborhood there sana annoyed. Sky Bakania can then the Mabani actually vote Ghana for 2 months 2024. Now the goodwill of Ghana for winning what the Mabani no one knows the Mabani Butuma Bayan saying we are membu na yan economic situation na after 14 and finishing the 15th month Ghana for name and the Mugwasa Sama Wadaba on many about the first government under the First Republic in less than 1 year of his administration. We will lose touch with the people to the extent that in there and some of in Nara they couldn't stand by it. To be frank, this is the first time in the Fourth Republic the social contract with the Ghanaian people 1 year and over want to mean fully implement even one to the Ghanaian people, but rather a question one no what I refer to Abanadado. I'm the Osikani. Yes, Ghana for one to MPP, but one to MPP not because MPP aban we feel necessarily because Akufo-Addo 28 years. It is a new candidate na Ghana for say be one to man. No one to or yeah the NDC. The NDC must implement its policy fully. Because that is the reason why the Ghanaian people voted for John Dramani Mahama. It is what to abamo. Then to implement all policies based on what you promised the Ghanaian people. Let me read now. Me say wow. Politics, sana people can be unprincipled. And then almost about 17-20 sole source contracts, or worth about 73 billion Ghana cedis. When the people of Ghana are questioning the rationale of this government to sole source contract valued at 73.5 billion Ghana cedis. When I say more in there, the fact that they talked against it under Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo doesn't mean what they are doing is unlawful. But Akufo-Addo is not here, not a lawful and now unlawful. But that is unprincipled politician. And the north, I think 47 seats. The 5 northern regions in Oman NDC 47 seats. Now voter over John Mahama Nyaya. Cover 1 million. Big it out. Cover 1 million. After 15 months, now amount for that so and ensure any papa. Sabi scientists are useless. Are useless. Apart from that, look, they be America.
21st century.
Will it surprise you the 47 MPs in Elekam?
1.3.
Our Toma NDC. No more over a difference of almost about 1 million votes to President Mahama. The farming community in the north, where the bread basket of this country, the food basket of this country, 60-65% comes from that place. Maize, beans, millet, soya, yam. About all these things, and these people have to go on demonstration for the first time in the Fourth Republic because when they grow away, when the beans away, millet away, one atofo. Now aban secure that aban other man buffer stock. No what to through the private sector, what to the many so that farmers won't want to hire one. Now also when you escape going to Kumno, abana and koto. Coffee was your neighbor no do koteshi man marketer or do kotamale marketer no one to monta a farmer and to monsieur and son of Fonko village but that's all no what na abana catch Ghana for there a no back of beans no back of after starving your own people that voted for you. Abaka the masam de abana papa wa aba na so abana papa abana yake de bano bo akufo no da mo nkofo no ho chiro niska onfonhwe wan year na wonamba ma wontu mo fe bintu wonamba no school fees masisi ano bebre wonamba no school awokọ no wa to na agenjim toska amede we saw it because President Mahama said the onye ni pofofo wa Ghana presidency no do it amemu in a demonstration, no vent one frustrations to the government. Based on the why you want today when you President Mahama, that is his nisuban, that is his character. No only you put the on fan who cry. Because after all, the Ghanaian people voted for me. 56%. What's 4 years? In the demonstration, so be it. How many demonstrations? When your positive results. Because also now you're dead goat syndrome.
For the first time in the history, disabled four, and the frap four,
now so a question one manifesto and someone what came. It is serious. And pay many cocoa farm maybe of Western North or Baha. Or Bepesica will never see you or not that. Not that only cocoa, not that cocoa board woman no cocoa. But sister, why be a beggar? Never see you a bediska. Also cocoa 15 bags with cocoa board. Through the license buying companies, you know about 4 bags so one time or two abroad. Because a banning for what or don't know. I say, unless you come on to cocoon, want to your uncle to a come one. In this government, they don't care. That is the truth. President Mahama doesn't care, especially about the vulnerable.
Serious power.
Yeah.
Very, very serious.
That is the situation. That is the situation. A government or Kasafa procurement the chief of staff or the deputy chief of staff, who is the head of the deputy HR of the government, is competing with the ordinary Ghanaian or Aban contractor, the deputy director of HR or the deputy chief of staff is competing with those people. And when who look company into a Juma why and restricted tender 11 million. They are doing it for themselves. That is the sad situation we find ourselves.
Okay.
Oscar Amade Onyamuwa, because men be that 2012, 2016. For Oscar, it was there when the NPP, we told the Ghanaian people today, farmers are crying, teachers are crying, nurses are crying, disabled persons with disability, they are crying. What are you? Cocoa farmers, everybody, Closak, Olusu, Kolebu, no bed syndrome, every sector, railway, what all the what which sector? The sector in Abeni Beya, why in ye? Now, because this government has become a spectacular failure. Spectacular failure. The goodwill that people had in President Mahama, it's all gone. Apart from his book lickers and his sycophants who are still with him. Look, just glance through and scroll through social media. The civil society organization personalities are here. Now some of them are even ashamed to speak for the government. They are even ashamed, and as a result of that, they have to be quiet. Some of the pastors who were all brazen, they were all brazen in the social media. Jimmy, where are they? Where are they? They are all quiet. Why? Because they cannot speak publicly about the government because of the shame. What that brown, the spectacular failure of this government. All these people are quiet. Look at the pastors today. Even pastors are taking political appointments. Pastors, they're taking political appointment. Why? Because they thought they were going. President Mahama was coming to do some bringing some heaven on the earth to say Abadu. Today, this is all. This government, Oscar, is wear and tear. Wear and tear. Try and error government. Look, what's the SIN registration? Look, just look. The excuses that the reasons why they want to do the re-registration. It's shameful. So for me, I'm ashamed. Anytime I see President Mahama on TV, I say, wow, I feel ashamed because the kind of trust a Ghana even though I didn't believe his promises. No boni tape yesterday and today, the contradiction. No, for me, I can't transport.
A few moments later.
A few moments later. The same. Because sir, I can't summon that. Next, American call it flip-flop.
Yeah.
Flip-flop.
How will he feel?
Yes, I asked myself. How do you feel? Look at Okujato Ablakwa. Look at Samuel Jemfi. Look at Sam George. All of them, these people, Dafia Mapo, all of them are Sedun Ketia, the majority leader. Look, President Mama is saying, when you come to power, you will scrap the licensure exams. You are standing on your floor, on the floor of Parliament, telling the Ghanaian people that the NDC never promised to cancel licensure exam. Your flag bearer is saying we will cancel it. How do you feel? Even when you go home, your own children, when they watch these things on social media and on TV, if you are a father or a mother and you flip-flop like that, how do you feel when you are gathering with your children or your family, your wife, everybody? How do you? If you are having some quiet time and your wife scrolls through the Facebook or X of Twitter, YouTube, and they see their father, their husband flip-flopping on government policies, how do they feel? How do they feel? It's shameful because we have made politics to be lies. But leadership is about trust, because they trust you, and you cannot be trustworthy. Come on, you have nowhere to stand on our political platform and speak.
Okay, the latest Afro Barometer report, they say 66.9% of Ghanaians say their living condition is between bad and very bad. 66.9%. On the other side, there is this poster, also a researcher, Musa Dankwa. Also Ghana for Bebrebe. In fact, on graduate to me 70% in Hong Kong, the Basu are buying a bon homode and Yema a kuye to that effect. About a year MPP for Kra Chita for no, as what Tiaba for my NDC for no, at the air Kosoro. National report Eba. Nipa 66.9% out of the 32 billion or 38 million, and most 66.9% to say my brother and your massitinano between bad and very bad as a government. Again, we feel it. Say, one more to Abama, a chunk of it. I say the bayi or my sitina and kuye kura. As you know, one more singing praise to you, no, as someone to say, oh, bohomode, the guitar, and if I be dream.
That's it. I'm there. Sometimes President Kufuor Kasem, if you are not careful, power will trick you.
Yeah.
Power will trick you because there are so many people who think being sycophant, bootlicking shows that you are doing well. But I'm very sure President Mahama, with all his experience in politics and after 1 year in office, if himself at the presidency was monitor and evaluation department of the presidency, no one can the true picture of our economic climate. I don't think President Mahama, in his own honest view, this economy is resilient enough than what he came to meet. I don't think so. If they are going to do honest assessment, why do I say so? Oscar, we already first budget. I don't trust this budget because budget, there will be create economic growth of 4%. Look, you cannot come and meet 5.7 economic growth, then plunge it to 4 and tell me the economy will go well. two yɛhwɛ baby a wɔde wɔn sika bi na ade wɔde kɔhyɛ today de 300 million ɛde kɔtɔ sanitary pad ɛna eyi na ade wɔso ɔbɛyɛ 24-hour market. What's it? We will see close to 600 chip compounds before the end of the year because they want every district to put up 2 chip compounds. When you sika, baby, the necessary investment to boost economic growth. Look, I don't trust this government, but yeah, Dubai October 3rd quarter, you enter 4th quarter now. You bring the real size of the economy when this government has started implementing their policies and you know who their results.
Yeah.
And right from September, Nankasa president in a press conference on the 10th. No, Oji to me there. Abano, the focus was on gold. And the economy will be able to gold now. Economy in work because they need the dollars. I can see that this government is obsessed with the exchange rates. The fact that they are bringing the exchange rate down is an indication of victory over the new patriotic party as far as the economy is concerned. The policy na aban only what the security and what the intervention my World Bank and IMF will be confirming later president will be confirming abrana. Before then, the governor of the Bank of Ghana have come to deny the warrior intervention. We were sterilization. We recruit money from the system back to the Bank of Ghana. The Bank of Ghana used almost 17 billion Ghana to achieve that.
To be 101.3.
Say system now at the Bank of Ghana. They to achieve 64 billion. They the 17 billion and the year demand now. It costs you 17 billion. Oscar, I believe in all sincerity. It is irrational for any government to use 17 billion cedis to recruit money from the system. That is 64 billion. More than 10% of that money is gone to people's pocket, to especially the banks. In the year 2025, what did the taxes of 183 billion? No, what just statutory payments. No, what salaries of Ghana government or the Ghana ban or some Bobusia 17 billion Ghana cedis and some what to public servant who need salaries.
Disastrous. A disaster.
Oscar?
Yeah.
17 billion. In other words, the government was borrowing at an average of 1.4 billion cedis a month.
Yeah.
Ghana ban of 1.4 billion cedis in the banking sector of Ghana because international market don't want to come with their mobile. Now, so no one year free there. Why can't Ghana for there? Any government borrow sika no invest war or a proper like infrastructure or adodem fasoba sanaba. But education salary, that government has no business to govern this country.
Yeah, and in fact, Omu can say, "Our government is a useless government."
Yes.
Yeah.
Today, this government now is telling us, the Ghanaian people, they Obobusia 1.4 billion every month, a total of 17 billion cedis in 1 year before he can pay the public servants. So, how do you describe this government under President Mahama? They are more than useless.
Yeah.
They are more than useless. Oscar, that is the reality. Even borrowing 17 billion to pay to support the payment of public salaries, still there are certain group of nurses who are yet to be paid 1 year salary.
Yeah.
There are certain group of teachers who are yet to be paid almost 14 to 16 months salary. To the extent that for the whole year of 2017, 2025, 2026, aban ontumu fe teacher fo, aban ontumu fa nurse fo we jumem. The whole of 2025, Ghana government went to police, immigration, fire, prison service. I went to one allowance and abandoned down at the end of every year by 19 December. No way to the whole of 2025 went to it was there. Sabana kada olutia nurse for na one scar came. Abana kada olutia teacher for one scar came. Now abana olutia all the allowance for them security services and other ones. Now the government will have to borrow almost 20 billion. And if that government comes to tell you today that Malefa security agencies now Malefa for 5,000 no ocean as a result of this recruitment scam here or just there for 10,000 and if you believe this government it is your own cup of tea.
One crop for any crash as here church Facebook say President Mahama pa okazi en kwadana ade no budget for 5,000 ne dada it na ba ne say na o ba na ka kire say ene matum de 10,000 every year and sikada na betu asa for
exactly. You budgeted 5,000 employees at the security agencies in your 2026 budget. To be frank, I for one point we this is a kitchen over 5,000 and count. Now at the time they go parliament or you go there in the middle of the year for mid-year budget. I can tell you without any shred of doubt there before the month of fee and the exercise was starting 2025. No, by January, February, March. No, security services. The month of one for one. Since I mean, you can say even one radio medicals na adinumpo onye ready nansana wa call the necessary no wa kwhwe body screening na no keka wona ade na wa afa one na wa ko start edwuma Osikani. I can assure you so dem kofi minimum oboko training of 6 months so dey ko start edwuma nkasa no 2027. I'm telling you no 2027 because the government or your settles government the why are the ton government? Why are there try and error government? What's it there this area in Kofulu complain no wakot no a woman a meeting you go a meeting I say you for 5,000 account one thing who quite slow. One you know the fact that people are complaining then the government will use PR. The man no be we catch there cocoa farmers woniska yentumi government aban oboko meeting cabinet emergency cabinet meeting wo ya ban wa baka ya to cocoa bodo ya to 1,100 is able to cocoa instead of 3,625 able to 2,587 cities. A PR government PR everything they will use PR.
I don't know, we should expect a supplementary budget.
Yes. Or the mid-year budget. Yes.
The supplementary budget.
Yeah.
Some prescribe account.
But the truth of the matter is that Oscar, averagely, the 2025 budget, meet IMF conditionality hugely. They spent only 30% of the budget estimates. And the area was spending the office of the president. And when one budget releases, not quite. All the other ones, it was an average of 30%. Even Women's Bank, they never issued one. 51 million. When issued 1 million, what kind of offer? We train 1 million or 100,000 youth in coding.
1 million.
1 million.
Yeah.
They only release 20%. Ma beka NEP fo and NEIP fo. What beka the aban boy that portal on the first day almost 10,000 people no apply. Where are their people? Them go 4 year abejuma. 1 year on. Abejuma no way. Them training why area. Who and who are being trained? It all settings. Lies, propaganda. Government, it is why you are the way they see, why you are the way see. Everything is about lies. It is nature, Oscar. This government, 2025, revenue collection fell by close to 30%. How can you survive if your revenue outcome was less than 30%?
But let me say you, until President John Mahama and a pound for Dana room to me that knowing clearly said a nipa what Ghana has seen 66.9% say when we living condition between bad and very bad.
Well, Oscar, they will sleep because they will sleep because Oscar, look, the realities are real. It's really there. Why? Because every Ghanaian biano since abani only jisike finu kutoku more than the 2024 year. Abani only jisika more fi Ghana for one same through taxes. All government services across board was increased by 25% to 40%. To the extent that for 8 years Akufo-Addo BC registration examination Akufo-Addo ma abano fail for 8 years. For the first time in Alaga, in the Volta region, mothers had to put on red flags to demonstrate about the high cost of registration fee because for 8 years now abano be fail. It's wrong be that. Wasi was increased from 350 cities to 520 cities. Wasi Akufo-Addo fair Wasi registration for 8 years. You are gradually taking money from the people. If Wasi BC eligible 220 cities, let's say an average of 450 to 500,000 children. No way the men's Amazon. It is a 220. It's almost 120 million. In other words, you have taken 120 million from families across the country. Abanaji. Meanwhile, before Akufo-Addo notia, that money stays with the people. The same thing applies to Wasi. Say 3,000. That's 400,000 children in the Wokotro Wasia. That is 120 million. So if they pay, it means you have taken that money from the people. Meanwhile, 8 years ago, no one traded the miscount. So that 120 million stays with the people. Because Ghana the most poorest regions in Ghana or the 5 northern regions, you have the central region. The next place is Volta region. And the whole the mama phone sebio predasa. A juma do away watch your gare and now won kunumo wakopu na wodo do anyo kakra no waye yinade. I farming community so paying 220 cities for BC and going to pay 520 cities for Wasi. It's a big money for them.
Yeah,
it's big money for them.
Now we are so at to boom.
I remember to electricity 28.5%. As an to water 15%. You are taking money away from the people.
And there you are government services and so.
What to from 25% to 50%. Insurance, everything. So you have taken money, more money from the people. On internet, the Misikano and instead of the government to spend, they are not spending because last year they spent only 30% of their budgeted money. Because they want their books to look good. Inflation about 3.8 dollar. Wab from CD when you want the dollar be film. It has some other kind of mono barb of film. But the truth is that a mono barb of film or the imported rice. Meanwhile, our bano essay encourage domestication. Ye do blow or the now assess Osika. Adama foreigners mo wakakra ebro wakakra emo na wo nkrofo no wodi emo wo Ghana wo Northern Enclave wodi ebro wo Northern Enclave no wontum nto wona ade it is right for the pools na info about analysis or the global info about there here well can there 66.9% believe there one economic situation it has gone from bad to worse.
Where Afro barometer
because aban why this come away for than what government is giving back. Because say kitamo from ebien na kure BC na kure wasia. Now so once na increase electricity 30%, we increase water yeah. Ochede the me and sika advantage wo no onye sika kakraba.
Enti sa nipa 66.9% no. So striking average no a. So Ghana for nyina 38 million.
Yeah. 60% is about almost 20 something 25 24 million.
It is about 24 million. And I say John Mahama betina ko nyane so. The situation,
yeah, it's gone from bad
is between bad and very bad. Hey, a national security concern.
Yeah, no, that is the truth. Why? Let's take you and I for example. I mean, before Akufo-Addo be power, electricity I was paying around 380.
A month.
Okay. My children, no school fees, private school, I was paying around 960. Today, averagely, it's 1,400, 1,700. Electricity from 380 to 550. Water from almost 110. Now it's almost about 170 a month. So you calculate now, more money is getting away from me. Insurance. If I'm renting, I'm paying more.
Yeah.
So you, the government, you can't tell me the inflation above dollar above. Yes, rice, imported rice is down, but the truth is also that some of the content are lower.
Yeah.
Some of the content are not a year 5 kg. You know, she said, mine 4.2 kg. That is the truth.
Yeah.
The economy, baby, my economy, all is strong. One is the agri sector. That is rice making, rice farming, maize, beans. And other aban and your policy through buffer stock netto, then you empower those people. It's obvious the economic fundamentals na aban and micro indicators na aban opt out or artificial. Artificial. It is not born out of hard work. Abana na omani noli ejuma sonko. No.
But ya next year kono. Okondaba.
I say Osikani I say next year. I can't show them from June. Sabanu went to make drastic efforts in correcting this situation from June in their mid-year budget. By November, you enter first quarter of the year, that will be pinching. But at that time, you use the IMF. And that is where the danger lies. Because ye diagram aban be na adwene there ono bono modern, but the truth is na aban only fail. Now your bootlickers na siko fans into obegbajo do CSOs ni be bogbajo do shezi we sama in worker what's it aban all banos there Pualugu Dam Akufo-Addo we issue $12 million what that dam na 1 year shey John Jinapo in 24th of March no be jina ho press conference Akufo-Addo and the ono no energy minister obe na ga show books him okọ parliament us there we show book no we hu the Akufo-Addo no we ntue even 50 cents to the contractor no so be jina pa de kan mo wode se ba omia roba Paulu mo ye dan ho eyi na de why because they were not focused, they were only focused on telling lies to the Ghanaian people to have belief in them.
But my name is na yanku edimu has President John Mahama appointees especially the ministers no wama useless to the Ghanaian people because energy sector problems in Trona Kuhieba and new house and health sector.
Yeah.
Teaching hospital. Near Minister no Kojina no or easy. Koviatin and Nipa Ekokolebua. What the powder. The baby that emergency care no I a problem the ama I have for. And the NSC, big it up.
Oscar Medasi. NDC ba abanim especially was swear in President Mahama or your nomination of his ministers or seeking parliamentary approval. The one fast track one from the parliament, both sides of the aisle. What you tuned over fast track what they in our diamond, what you're vetting in on this very show. The catch there, some of the comment of these ministers, the energy minister, the health minister, the foreign affairs minister, the finance minister, and basically, and the communication minister. But somehow I catch there, it would be better for them to sit down, read over the transition reports, also have better understanding of the previous government. Some of the policies are not what you implement, because some of the policies it align with the various sectors. It is a education and what is a free education? That's a ban lot of buffer stock. Yama with the ban with the true buffer stock. Not what I'm free SHA. If you truncate it, what you are doing is that you are destroying the farmers' work because you are linked. Farmers want true buffer stock. What do you feed free education? Say I'm not buffer stock is food scam or cheddar a one wide problem. Two. Foreign Affairs Minister, Oscar, in this world, a country be allowed for foreign affairs is seriously a problem. A care Christmas on the eve of Christmas, America for bombo ISIS Nigeria. And you know that as a foreign minister, you're a member of the National Security Council, and you get certain briefings. Not a whole minister, Chatham House. Look, more pressure. Any day you are privy to certain information on about Pado. The American government through Nigeria collaborated with Ghana to bomb ISIS. What you are endangering our country. Why? Because Iran for one Dubai for the problem. Iran for one Qatar for the problem. Now, so the fact that America is using Iran and they are using Qatar and Dubai one land basis to send missiles to bomb Iraq. Iran will retaliate to that country. And your foreign minister, no one man you do, make this reckless thing. Any serious investor will pick that news item. No, I will never bring 50 million, 20 million, 500 million to come and invest in Ghana. Oh yeah. And why you the madana na Oman no lecture na e da gra enters there or yeah the reckless statement of the foreign affairs minister. You know why the madana we see. Again, say energy minister never na abano why she be na aduguo or to cable or do way day out of nothing any proper investigation there be an grant interview. Hey, previous government where we are 3,600 containers from the ports. Why you have redirected the government's attention or the country's attention up to nothing. For almost 3 months we were chasing lost containers. It was over 5 months and sana the energy minister sign the containers in your port war. In other words, when the property needs to be done at the correct time, why yet they were not focused. Look at health minister about to abana why she say we'll be see hospital because nurses and doctors now walabano. If you don't have the infrastructure health facility to accommodate them, it won't be na sikasama na einti wama de bia no oguo na backlog na ban able to abana while they bold to put up an agenda 111 hospital across the country. When the over for 75,000 health professionals, number for 75,000 non-health professionals, that is 150,000 people. About 1 year 3 months, that is 15 months, not even a single one. In Japan, they are nurse if you know what's if you know a post one. It's the man doing that one. I want to why then what about money? Yeah. Because don't go from where school. It's a cow abano and continue Adena abandoned down only yana in Kebia by now out of the agenda 111 Ebian to me 20 because about to be 90% to them a domain okay na Jimembedu okay President Mahama there President Mahama yes about the Lubota 24-hour market a to sort for 24-hour market but then what we really need is that we need you to complete agenda 111 because who predecessor and another Danko Akufo-Addo we see market time and that but I also say back to sort for 24-hour market why do we do this to ourselves? Only not catch up because Ekodoma some of his children and our citizens were nice for what pay Jumaye into our expect to complete the agenda 111 and the rest in the country so that you can employ the 75,000 nurses. Here, as for doctors. Share Bokwa Osiwo at least so nurse for 40 people away Juma or Nanka constituencies were across the year. So 40 people away Juma. I want to wear cleaners. I want to wear other health professionals. You can't wear Juma, but when you go nurse there, to every district they won't see 2 cheap compounds. What is wrong with us? Why do we do this to ourselves? That is the reality. That is the reality. MPP Aban was started Takoradi market circle redevelopment. Where almost 82%, why 18%. Instead of the finance minister for local government and regional rural development, what better no one find solution, very serious solution to the problem. The president only need power about Western region. The first place he visited was the Takoradi market. First place from the airport direct to the Takoradi market. Now show one mother until Biara Ebema Ejuma was starting up by the middle of 2026. Why? What's now? Abandon the man nobody too can convince me there. Aban so I can word this camp about your market here. At the end of this year, will be yeah. Interchange is there, but Abano is able to sit down through source sourcing, contractors for an amount of 73.9 billion Ghana cedis. A kilometer of road is now $2 million. A kilometer of road. Aden. No catch on I want to bar. It's then. Less phone phone with you into inject taxes in John Cow. Now I know what's if you never had enough one. Hospitals also go or they are complete. If you want redevelopment to teaching hospital, 1 year, 3 months, 15 months, even the cost is now higher.
101.3.
The same thing applies to Bukro and all the agenda echo. The same thing. Just complete it and employ the people. As there, a really well budget in 2026 there. About completed 10. Since you are 10, you were third month. 10 district hospitals now is about complete. Now the other one about complete. More than I allocate. Seeker for it. But just sitting there. Meanwhile, the health minister be catching him there. Bukro agenda 111. I don't want to carry much. With the greatest of respect. Akando. What is this? Until you put up a mortuary, the agenda 111 cannot complete.
Akando no. Mo study the deal. So ko di nsem hunu a. Aya hwere nantie.
It's very sad. It's very, very sad.
And no bed syndrome, no problem.
Can you
imagine this?
Oscar, party, MPP party. One of our communicators, only 2 days ago, the wife could deliver the baby, just like that. One of the communicators, just like that. Just like that. Just because the doctors were not available at Kolebu, just like that devastating moment. It is not easy. What is going on? What is going on? all because in the equation quanta chide was some will folder. What is this in this 21st century where IT system is the world what do you operate?
Unza NDC phone one kasano sebi eburu e mo na mo me edu o matem no Oscar on me nya sebi anim wo bi aba be wa be digitalize system no Dr. Bamia links you the buy won't spend by 10 minutes our hospital wo
bia lab details for Ghana card Ghana card na hospital card for information in our laboratory so they call payment equal revenue who details bibia ho I will say no boy didn't no okay no boy dinner why call the contractor negotiate with him. That is responsible governance. You don't just cancel.
And now hospital what because
unnecessary delays right. And no doctor in his right mind can sit down without getting from 6 to 6. No doctor can do this. He'll be fatigued. It's the man then the citizen with one new what they good doctor no do. Yes, because no, but then the doctor about show me wa first about show no enter less than 5 minutes go collab go check when they number no one for reporting bra where lab now they will send it to the doctor directly. Systems was that
nyomo ye na as wo mu ni adwene
Oscar
wo adwene ade obi dia ba ama ade na you smooth unko cha hospital ho no wa ba be ye free wo say e boka ndo oni adwene
na nti aboka na e na previous government no wotu ya onya economy the same economy ya na wotu money ska wodu tia da ma de na
ada nti na sa ankrofo we mu die say ye boka wo amanfo no a mabasa mo be so ye no ho amompe
meanwhile awon no opedo wonya the miska no today you told us that Oslawusu is using 40 to 70 million cedis to do SIM registration. You told us that is madness. You told us that DVLA is biometric, Ghana passport is biometric, all the insurance, all the now biometric, voter ID card now biometric. So they should go contact NIA to synchronize all of them.
Yeah.
That was the argument then by Sam George. Today, you are coming to tell us that we should go and do re-registration, and that re-registration is going to cost the nation 240 million. And you have the president to stand in front of the Ghanaian people to justify this. What is this?
That is the bottom line.
They just want to siphon money to people so that they will use that money to do campaign in 2028. They will go and stand at the polling station and be sharing money to the Ghanaian people to vote for them. That is what they are doing.
Yeah.
That is what they are doing. Because they've realized that, look, they've realized that it's initially in the middle of 2025, they started this agenda of third term for President Mahama because they came to the realization that, look, from the trajectory that they are going, it will be difficult for them to bring a new candidate to win 2028. So they contact their WhatsApp group members, the CEOs, to push the agenda of President Mahama going for the third term. And when that agenda was not accepted by the Ghanaian people and some of his party people, like I said, Nkatia and Fifi Koti, that is where they start. They got to know that, hey, if you don't make the fast move, they are physical. Because other candidates never more be jida no way face Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia are obeying the moral rights. So if they are not going to get them, let's siphon money into private hands. Now you do 2028 on the day of election, let's use money and push the youth for them to vote for us. Now a battery cocoa farmer come. And the cocoa farmer 1,100 Ghana cedis, 11 million per bag. It is a cocoa farmer no do cocoa 10 bags. I will 111 million at the finish and you think you can use money to buy his conscience to vote for you on the day of voting. If you are unable to make policies and programs are youth wo benye adwuma ye, nurse wo benye adwuma ye, teacher wo benye adwuma ye. Now at a staff on the day and you are expecting to give them money to vote for you on the day of election in 2028. Oscar, listen, the Ghanaian people, they've seen the real colors of the NDC.
All right,
they've seen it.
Okay, Degeta mama na se na home so kakra mama na Entech edifi Lolo bi Kumasi in the Oti region say your sound no very very bad. Meaning say yaro ma recognizes ade no a say sound no very 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 bad pa. You see na me hunu the message no. O say sound no nye Madawo ma mo betimi ayi bibia afa ho ama ene a nke bed pa. Bad sound de odi tie odi hwe TV de anyu enye kura enye ntiri madawo ma mo hwe na munye bibi mfa ho mfa mai Degeta we you bet me the 2 minutes at free ho reorganization process no I think it's like 1 week na e dey be we so far it is saying
Oh, Osikani, I'm not
to the Takoradi constituency, and the report I'm hearing from the various constituencies in the western region also is going on. It's only that Oman Mpuntuo where you meet in Oman Mpuntuo, and it is going on well. I believe it is left with just the coming weekend, and then the phase of the polling station meeting and registration, you know, after that I believe 3-4 months time they will do another one.
Okay.
Then be going forward into be went to one the polling station, you know, for Takoradi specifically, we are doing well. We are doing very very well, except that few places and sometimes what now Accra will feed our bread, but it's just 3-4 hours to sacrifice your time for the new patriotic party to reorganize, and we will do everything to make sure the party is well organized. I mean, from now to October day, everything will be in place for the party to push the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia agenda, to make sure the agenda of inclusivity. This country needs huge unity.
That's right.
To make sure that economic policies are Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the credit score system, the solar systems are the electric vehicles, na buses are Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the banner making sure every sector of this country is digitalized, so that then making sure they push the agenda of TVET in our various secondary schools, in reform some of our universities. May the new curriculum to teaching to make entrepreneurship very attractive in our universities, so that and the agenda of creating 4.5 million jobs in our first year in government, you know, it is still alive, you know, because Mr. Abani why are you ready for it? Because Oscar, any thriving economy, what the digitalization, what that country should have one source document of identity, and by the grace of God, then another Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia government was able to achieve that. Making sure for the first time in the history of Ghana, building a source document, an identity platform that is credible. ITA, International Aviation and Travel and Tour Aviation System, what to travel across 45,000 airports across the globe. Oscar, the MPP built a solid foundation. Now Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia that and but the book another level.
Okay.
You know, I am the imperial boy in the President Mahama should come back to the promises of the Ghana for no two other year. We will still push the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia agenda, because he believe the credit score system will be a one-stop policy or boost the economy.
Okay.
So that a lot of people can get job to do.
Very well. Thank you. Bacho yebie ahumane di atum 0248071174. Unya akwenya na oba onsem no bone tofa maya. Emechiachi abebere bibia. Ofra aya na watwe hu de afru TV no. 0248071174. Hello, good evening.
Osi.
Yes, sir.
Saint Okusham.
My Germania.
Osi, Oyankopan, Osha Papa, Oyoka, a digital secretary so. Why you joining Nagana Pulasa, that digital Akamono, a Skarka.
Hello, good evening. But your son be Wadaroma. Good evening, oh. Wait me and Naso. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
What about you, baby? Afraid.
Okay,
okay.
Your friends, Papa not one in our cafe. Why the Papa? It's when we can say, we did our sense on their cotton. Some cool proud. Did our sense on them cool because the last days we got data 1 day. If you know, we have to move on 90 instead of 60 bit 9 that one so. Your friends say, we give someone
thank you. Sam George, no would let you. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Sorry. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
What I would be afraid.
What have me feel? Okay, yo. I'm planning young couple so I on my way bonic here because the idea from I said I couldn't through woody. I said Ghana for your dad I don't a Juma Baku as for you move the and a coso. Time look at the data bundle draw and yes and kitwa. And then we know can say petrol diesel can use diesel 15.99. I got 10 pesos no cost 15 cities 1 liter. And table and I'm Ghana for. I did but Ghana for this. I try and say you will cook for the on your crop crack. I'm about to buy 65 million and I'll buy or bet to say high sense for again this is the only a kill net.
Okay, thank you.
Only a scammers.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Me bacho Udin baby afraid.
Yes, I make a Oman Mpuntuo.
Mind you,
and this is all that's what up. Then you are saying in Mexico, the will be the money can be the year. Make a to say NDC only at the other ball mine. Let's make a true woman say, who could Canada, no matter what to say, I said to one woman, who could
101.3.
I said, yeah. Now we to one of our country here, and it's now open up as we do that. and women in the Papa, and this one, woman in the phone. Won't do what I say, and get the public that is your movie. You more than 400 Papa. And I want to be that they cry so. Oh, the top band of the cry. So, yes, the cry, network, nothing. And a light, check the light. Yeah, I quite would do light, you do light. Oh, and then this is what the answer is any. Young customer, because I get it from the
all right. Sam George, you obey any super Murimunyano. Good evening. Hello, good evening. Okay, I'm sir, what to be in as young Fowie. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Sam Zero. My intio.
Oh, you name the was Papa. For the grace for Chinsagama. She am godfather. They just said to money to my wabo. Now, at the regional, your sister or get Mankatia, all but for regional months of the night. The master, honorable, I said, also for first by Chema. Never said, no, going to change me to me. Only the grassroots in I carry your channel there. Manso will not mean. I'm a issue to my young lady coming to my because this is what I say. Especially now, the two of them, there's going to be a shit, Papa. Let me check a drop here, all of a treasure. But let's say, Obaka to you, Abisco and Kagana, Obaka and Kagana, not for your doctor, but we don't know father Ben, what the Bruce will go away now, or Ben, the government of the currency, also about what you are doing, we don't know that you. Since any good, so you have to be, you are Papa, you can't have a so what him Papa and I was that. You know, when I say, what I've walked to, you know, why good wine here, what you my salary, the best and the Romanian Solaka. But they don't know that the only Baunia, because I should have to Baunia, Shepapa will be calling Oba, we said I am about brain, Papa, which is there, can call no Rebano, we say, Mobness at any business, but you know what the credit was not telling by a business guy that should business. You know, when I say, large baby share. Every man you watching, but you not see my car over. Or the soul telling that God rob or man Ghana. Pay 100 you pay a father.
Okay. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Me ba cho udi be bia frame fi.
O chairman e kasade.
Nyame adom ye ho ye ma entie we.
Ghana ni bia mpan so na dumi ko. Like the Mahama, Ghana into my body. Inia Mahama into my body. The Bassa or the Ghana, you good, only a good year, but many are very Mahama. If you like any Indian fans to do that of Mahama or Ghana, Ghana, the never said any more will be played yet to film and share any. What would you 250 million? Plan. No, about the chairman in the Ramba. What leader? No, you tell me one. If you like any Indian point to make them about Ghana BBU. Okay. You know about that Muhammad in the BBU.
One Nyame Entena. Now, me say Sam George dear. With your position, one no kate. Kasachin chimno hosa da kurobe infra mabode. Ko hunti. To be area Ghana sika. Auto data enchena asa. Oye call enchena credit asa. O ba ya. Rabe ya nwe hwa nsem hunu we na auto awoye. Ene auto data. Auto data odi ko social media pe obeba no na data na auto enyina asa. Ade akro no so no. Ade akoso. The day of reckoning is coming. It is far near. Our bet. Regeta idea community.
Oscar, you don't community. I mean, father Marconi now. Menda one of your ardent callers. I have Sub-Zero, Oscar, and that Brenton. Yeah, the woman who drew. Have me free. Do not man Danasia. Na me Bunyaye. Sub-Zero. Maybe a war in Umbri. Messi, Mijina, Mankasama name. na my wife na member na ya da wase wa cha de sonkwa ende da e de ba be chehen me da wase papa at least sedo nyama bebre ne ye nti se obi so otumo nya da makuku duru na ho brase no na okema wo so etuma ya ama no nso ba no nso ba chawada me gidi there it is appropriate de me gina we free do na mandanase sub zero me da se ma so meke wo political journey biara elutun biara ma so meke papa that's it. Osikani Morocco do money sisi a report kura wa aba ye contract oye aban dama contractor Osikani oye hu hey want to be one on aban full source contract o
hu ye kura be yam shebe me
Osikani o chede 1 kilometer sapite 9 kilometer of road 9 kilometer of road ah oye feeder road too onye highway feeder roads 9 kilometer no it is costing the taxpayer 146 million Ghana cedis again feeder road sapiti 1 kilometer is 16.27 million Ghana cedi
and some way na no tina nyame adoma no pa no abupura ne morning show team ne betina se na o ma digest ni nyina to get am kuchu
a whopping 37.5 million is allocated as maintenance of Department of Feeder Roads. Maintenance.
It's
even I'm even ashamed.
You're fancy.
Osikani Dasi,
that's it. Now, maybe so. Belated birthday with you, foreigner, a did it. The laser, idea. Anyway. And you know, a happy belated birthday going out there to the laser Mabna Impra. Way every wow for Omameno Papa, Mr. Richard Impra and a Monica Impra and the entire Tinkra family. And to the laser Mabna Impra turned 5 yesterday. Oko School or Kiddy City International School. Yeah, can you answer? Abna nyame wonhyira wo afema ko ode aka wo fie ho no enyem peja me awofuo epeso mbayi a wo mo antimi anyo no abra be ye na mabusua ne nya wo so mfaso Broma wote so nya wo so mfaso Ghana mamu nyira nya wo so mfaso and you know happy belated birthday once again to the laser Mabna Impra Kiddy City International School ena oko nyame enka ho onya okese o mpejao yare nkomani nyina no asi adombedum ya na okira no pa hia baima ba na na akunadu abupura obesi nkonwa Western in the morning or the baba na ensamu a ebo twiko brema nyina no osim konwan wanya daje abisa ho ensamu na wode muntire mu mapa atimi abrɛwo and you know Western in the morning ochina anopa 6:30 na osim konwa bremo tunso abehia ochirema ba ASN chone abnasa wa mani ampo news team ni nyina wo me de wontumi eye premtobre kase bo beba na no nan bo a Osikani Frimpong Manso betena se Oman Mpuntuo dwumadie ye de beba abusia yakra mo nyame mo ho ban wo mutu so se ne ho enkonko ba asem da biara da adum bedum ye ne a wo kine be hia